back to my channel, The Sugar Sean. I'm back for another video. So if you watch my recent video, my life and channel update video, I told you guys and I kind of teased the fact that I have a huge write it down, make it happen testimony. This is my biggest one yet. Now, in case you're new to my channel, you have no idea what I'm talking about. I think it's been a decade. I think it's been about a decade now that I had read this book called Write It Down, Make It Happen by Henriette Ann Clouser. I had seen a fellow YouTuber, her name is Shira, her channel at the time was called Sugar Free TV, and she was raving about how following the principles of the book and writing it down, making it happen was this huge life-changing thing that she had done in her life. So once I read the book, I started this whole campaign on my YouTube channel. Since then, there have been so many amazing things that have happened in my life, and a few years after I had written some things down, I shared a bit of my testimony. Now, since then, I have written 3 books. I have hosted retreats all over the world, places like the Bahamas and Mexico and Paris. There were a lot of things that I had written down that actually came into fruition, and I was so excited about that. Like I said, I shared it with you guys. You guys were sharing your testimonies and everything. And if you're into manifestation, some people think that's what this is, and if that's how you want to look at it, that's perfectly fine. But for me as a Christian, this is biblically based. Write it down, making the vision plain, goes back to, I believe, the book of Habakkuk, if I'm not mistaken. So to me, this was a biblically based principle that I just grabbed a hold onto. So on February 17, 2021, I put this post-it on my mirror. I was able to see this every single day. And here's what the post-it actually says. It says, our house will be paid off in less than 3 years. This may end up being backwards for you if you're reading this, but this has been living on my mirror for years. Now, the thing about it is, no, we actually did not pay off our house in less than 3 years. We actually paid off our house in less than 2. In December of 2022, my husband and I made our final mortgage payment. And that has been life-changing. There were so many things that we want to do, and one of them is something called FIRE. Now, that acronym, F-I-R-E, stands for Financially Independent Retired Early. And one of the first steps for FIRE is usually to pay off your house. Because you want to be retired in the next few years, and when I say few, I'm not talking about 20. I'm not even talking about 10. But because you want to be retired, one of the big bills you want to get off your plate is like a mortgage or a rent payment. So having that already scratched off of our list is a huge step towards our ultimate goal, which is early retirement. And also, not to mention the fact that, we have 3 daughters, and when my husband and I go on to glory one day, they will be able to inherit this house, and they'll each get a 6-figure inheritance. And for us, that's another step towards another goal that we have, which is setting up generational wealth for our children and our children's children. Just imagine your mortgage payment not being a thing. Whatever you're paying in rent, you get to keep that money and invest that money and make that money double and triple and quadruple and all of that. I want to talk about that a little bit more in a separate video. Different things that I plan to do to get towards my ultimate goal, which is early retirement, different things that I'm investing in, how my husband and I managed to pay off our house early, all the different tricks and hacks and things that we did in order to do that. I will do that in a separate video if you guys would like for me to do that. Be sure to leave your questions below. I have been sitting on this testimony now since December of 2022, and the reason is because I never wanted to come across as bragging. But when I told my mom and I told my sister, they were like, oh my goodness, all the people that you're going to be able to help, you're going to help so many people, you're going to inspire so many people. They really have been on me about sharing this testimony. And also, God did this for us. And people are quick to talk about what they did for themselves, even what their man did for them. But when it comes to a blessing, sometimes people are hush hush. And I was people, okay? So I feel like it was important that I shared this testimony because you guys have been with me. Some of you have been with me on my Write It Down, Make It Happen journey. And to write this bad boy down, and it came to pass. When I wrote this down, it's not like we were close or anything. We were way off. And everything just fell in line for us to be able to do this. We worked hard toward this goal, and I feel like God made it happen for us. And I'm hoping that this inspires other people to realize that this is something that you can put on your to-do list. You don't have to rent all of your life. You don't have to work all of your life to make sure that you can afford your mortgage. Years ago, we saw a couple testify to having their house paid off, and that planted the first seed in my mind that people can pay off their house in their 30s and in their 40s. And I really want to achieve this dream of being able to retire early. There's nothing wrong with retiring in your 60s and 70s if that's what you want to do or if that's what you have to do. My goal has always been to be retired when I'm young and turned. And so, so that's what my husband and I are trying to do. We are working actively towards that. But like I said, if you guys want a separate video about how we made this happen, I would love to do it. But I wanted to share this testimony with you guys and hopefully to encourage and to inspire you that if you haven't dreamed this big, that you can dream this big. This was the very first post-it that we ever put on our mirror. We have this big mirror and a double vanity in our bathroom. And I had this posted on my side of the vanity. Once my husband saw this bad boy come true, we started doing this whole thing where like I have my goals on my side, he has his goals on his side, and then in the middle, we have couples goals and family goals. And last year was our first year of doing that. We have a whole envelope stuffed filled with accomplishments because it feels good. Sometimes you go through life and you're going so fast that you don't even realize, like, let me take a minute to thank God for all he's already done, or to really look back at all of my accomplishments and to go back through that envelope and be like, we wanted to do this, we wanted to do that, and we wanted to get this goal, and I wanted to reach 100K on Instagram, and I wanted to just reach 100K on TikTok, and now look at where I'm at. I know a lot of us wait to the end of the year to kind of self-reflect and go over our accomplishments and what we've done and all of that, but you can do that at any point in life. You can look back over and say, you know what? I should be proud of myself. Yeah, I wanted to do this and I wasn't able to do that yet, but look at the stuff that I have done. And it's only about to be September, and my husband and I already have like 18 post-its in our envelope for this year, filled with little milestones here and there. So I hope that this video encourages and inspires you to do the same. Be sure to write it down and make it happen, and let me know any questions or comments that you have about the financial videos that I want to kind of churn out soon, talking about how we paid off the house, what I'm investing in, my plans to retire early, how am I gonna get there. Make sure you write all that down. All right, so that is pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to thumbs up if you did. If you're brand new to my channel, be sure to subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, hit that notification bell so you'll never miss a video from your girl. And if you missed my last video, I'll do you a favor and I'll link it for you right here. Be sure to subscribe right here. Till next time, later divas and dudes. Deuces, honey.